to carry my blackness really came with our friend. I would just say his name is D. It had to be around the age of 12 when he stopped coming outside. I thought that was odd, but we knew he still lived there. But he wasn't allowed to come outside to play. And I got the feeling that his parents no longer wanted him to associate himself with us. The truth is, black kids are cute, but black teenagers, that may be asking a bit too much. But why now? Why keep your kid from hanging with us? Why take away culture from him? Aren't we from the same neighborhood? It was very odd that as we started high school in the suburbs carrying my blackness, our mixed group started to dwindle down, and we became one identity, and that was black. I loved our small neighborhood, but as we got older, things started to change. And I did go to a trade school, shout out to Camden County Technical School, but it was the first time that I saw segregation in my life. Literally at lunchtime, blacks would sit with blacks, whites would sit with whites, Hispanics would sit with Hispanics. And yeah, there were some tables that were mixed, but that wasn't the majority. It got so bad that at one time, there was a massive fight between blacks and Hispanics. And that was around 2002. I graduated in 2004. How is it at this time racism is still showing its face? See, I was confused about the Hispanic discrimination because in Philly, Puerto Ricans loved us and we loved them back, especially in a section called Feltonville. However, at my high school in Sicklerville, things weren't the same. See, my mom had always shown love to Puerto Ricans, and I would never stop loving the Burgos family, even with the politics of some Hispanics not really loving blacks at this time. Carrying my blackness for me is a lot different. Understanding that I'm black is not my disability. But some of the headlines that I read are debilitating, especially the Rashard Brooks story. I'm still befuddled about the story. He is sleeping in his car and then he ends up dead. And as I read the law, it talks about how police officers are supposed to not only render aid, but to use force with proportionality. Under the concept of proportionality, this is what it reads: officers would recognize that even though they might be legally justified in using force, as the situation escalates, given the minor nature of the underlying event, a more appropriate and proportional response would be to step back and work towards de-escalation. Police use of force must meet the test of proportionality, adopt de-escalation,